Ravana and Ganesh. We know Ravana had gained vast knowledge. We have been listening to stories where Ram asks Laxman to sit by dying Ravana's feet, to gain knowledge from him. But, did you know about the incident when Lord Ganesh outwitted Ravana, to save the world? How Admalinga traveled to the south all the way from Kailash? You will find this intriguing. Ravana's greed and envy. Ravana gathered all the majestic things in his life. He performed strict penance to gain the ultimate powers for self. He took away the best place to call his home, the Golden Lanka, which earlier belonged to Kuber, king of Yaksha, and his step-brother. Ravana, acquisitive, looked for supremacy over each and everything in his life. Ravana's mother, Kaikeyi, pointed out that Kubera has devoted himself to Lord Shiva, post his exit from Lanka. Kuber and other Yakshas had moved to the north to Kailash and were staying closer to Lord Shiva. Ravana now wanted to earn Shivji's blessings as well. Lankesh wanted to bring Shiva closer to himself. Ravana's penance. So he went to Kailash and started his penance. It is believed by some that it was then that he wrote the Shiva Tandava Stotra. There is a certain sect of people who think that Shiva Tandava Stotra was not created by Ravana. His extreme devotion and penance did not go unnoticed. Lord Shiva appeared and asked him to tell his wish. Ravana said, "Lord Shiva, I would love for you to relocate to Lanka and make it your residence, in hope for immunity for himself and Lanka." Lord Shiva, astonished by such an ask, responded, "That may not be possible. But I do understand wherever I will be, you will forever remain one of my best devotees. I can give you my Admalinga, which will ensure my presence in Lanka and protect it in future. But, it will come under one condition: you shall not carry it on any vehicle, nor shall you put it anywhere on the ground. As wherever you place it first, it shall become the final resting place of that Admalinga, and you would not be able to displace it thence." Full of devotion and contentment, Ravana started his long journey back home, to Lanka, on foot. Determined to abide by all the conditions posed by God Shiva. Devgan's anxiety. When Dev Indra learned about this, he became worried. Worried that this will bring imbalance in the world. Worried that Ravana will be unstoppable and his menace would continue to prevail without any bounds. This also meant immunity to the core. All the Devgans went to seek Lord Ganesha's help. Lord Ganesh agreed, and he was determined to stop Ravana from taking the Admalinga to Lanka. He took his parents' blessings before venturing into this, fully aware that he is going to deal with one of the greatest devotees of Lord Shiv, his father. Ravana's patience test. Ravana had great willpower. He refrained from eating, drinking water, or even resting, and continued to walk from Kailash, till he reached a town, down south, at the shore of Arabian Sea. But Ravana did succumb to his bodily needs eventually. He badly wanted to relieve himself. But, neither could he keep the Admalinga down, nor touch the pious Admalinga with his dirty hands. He was in a fix. Soon he saw a young Brahmin boy, who seemed quite innocent and appeared to be the solution to Ravana's situation. Ravana checked with the boy and asked him for help. "Could you please hold this Admalinga and not let it touch the ground for a while? I need to answer nature's call and I shall be back soon." The boy agreed. However, he clearly mentioned that he can hold on to the Shivlinga only for a while till he finishes counting his holy beads, Japamala, and reciting his evening prayers. He also said, "I need to return home in time and get ready for the remainder of my prayers. I shall call your name thrice, and if you are not back by then, I will have no choice but to place the Admalinga here." Ravana had to hurry. He left and the boy started reciting his prayers. A lesson to learn for Ravana. Ravana finished urinating and started running towards the nearby water source to get himself cleaned. He peeped and it appeared the boy had already finished his first cycle of the beads and was on to the next one. Ravana dipped himself in the water to get cleansed, Shuddhikaran, before touching the pious Shivling again. He recited a prayer and started running towards the boy. As he was rushing towards the Admalinga, he heard his name being called. About a short distance away, Ravana noticed the boy placing Admalinga on the ground. He screamed. The ground felt the power of the Admalinga and Ravana was taken aback by the force. As he rushed and tried to uproot the Shivling, he heard the voice in his head. Lord Shiva's voice, telling him that the Admalinga will forever reside wherever it is placed first. He even used all his 12 arms to put in the maximum force, which only caused the Admaling to go deeper into the ground. Thus, Ravana failed to get back the Atmalinga. He was remorseful and extremely agitated. He knocked the boy in his head, which created a dent. Boy turned into his original form. He was Lord Ganesh. Lord Ganesh explained to Ravana how wrong he was in his approach. Lord Ganesh said, "Ravana, you are a scholar and one of the greatest devotees of Lord Shiva. You created the Tandav Stotram and yet you did not understand the lessons taught by each of the avatars of Shiva. It is important to stay grounded and let go of the sinful acts." Ravana was too tired to go back to Kailash and get another linga. He walked back to Lanka, feeling dejected. Story of Gokarna, Atmalinga and Lord Mahabaleshwar. This incident gave rise to the modern-day town called Gokarna. Ravana, although could not move the Atmalinga, yet his force created some dents on its shape. That looked like cow's ears, hence the name, Gokarna. The Atmalinga, that could not be shifted, even by the most powerful Ravana is called Mahabaleshwar. It is said that since Ravana created a dent on Ganesha's head, while he was disguised as a Brahmin boy, the idol of Ganesh in the temple also has a dent on his head. The end. Thank you for watching.